What's up, guys? So this is going to probably be a trigger video for some of y'all, because as I've experienced on a few Facebook groups that I've had the misfortune of joining, this is something that pretty much, unless you go the absolute top end, you're going to have somebody calling you an idiot because you wasted your money. So I have bought a new graphics card. Now, my main rig has a 1660, which does very well for me. I cut my render times in half with the CPU upgrade, and I'm kind of looking to get them down a little bit more with this. So, no, I don't play games. It might run Forza. About the only way that'll happen is if Forza 8 doesn't come to Xbox One, it only comes to Series X, then I'll play it on computer till I get a Series X, but I don't expect that to happen. So outside of maybe a little Forza here and there, it's not going to run games. Now the reason I upgraded now is because I'm putting together another build and I want to use the 1660 for that build because I don't have an extra GPU laying around. So I don't really want to do a 2000 series because I don't need the RTX, and it's just not worth that kind of money. Even the 2060 will cost you 300 plus. So I started looking on eBay, pricing out 1060, 1070, 1080, and eventually settled on this, which I am extremely happy with. This was a used board, but it is complete in box, which is awesome because I'll have this for display up behind me, up with the rest of my goodies up there. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying this. We're going to run some benchmarks on the 1660, so we've got real time with the current state of the system, and then we're going to compare it to this. Supposedly I should see about 20% gains, so we're going to find out. And to anybody that says it's a waste of money, oh well, that's your opinion, but a 20 does nothing for me. I've literally seen guys on Facebook post about buying a 1080 Ti and being told that they're idiots. They shouldn't have got anything under a 2080 Ti. Is a waste of money. Don't even have the guts to post it here. So people are always going to be jerks and tough. This is going to do what I need it to do until 3000 comes out, and the way 3000 is looking with the prices of those, probably until 4000 comes out, I'll maybe look at a 3000 card because I'm not going to pay that kind of money for something that I just use for rendering, at least until I get up into rendering like 8K footage or something like that. Because even at 4K, these do fine. I have two systems, just render one and wait. It's not that big a deal. First one I ran was a quick Geekbench 57324. I am going to open up a Blender render. I'm going to do a Blender render. I'm going to do one of these. So this is one of the upcoming videos that'll already be posted by now. This was a box break of 2020 Bauman. The video runs 18 minutes and 44 seconds. And we are going to export. We're going to set a timer. We're going to see, a stopwatch I should say. So we're going to see export, timer on. This should take under 10 minutes. In Handbrake, actually I can do that too. I can do a Handbrake render. This card will generally render about 100 frames per second, 80 to 100 FPS at 1080. And as you can see, it's running faster than 1:1, so this shouldn't take it too long. Alright, we finished at 14 minutes and 50 seconds. Next up, we're going to run a Blender benchmark. Do the BMW 27 on the 1660, and we will let it run. Alright, I went ahead and ran my benchmarks for the 1660. So let's go ahead and pull her out, and hopefully the 1070 works. I'm not too worried about it, but you never know. Post office only got it here 11 days late. Who knows what they did to it. Alright, so the 1660 is out, the XC Ultra, and over here we have styrofoam, and under the styrofoam we have a silver bag, anti-static bag, and inside the anti-static bag we have the overclocked 1070 Strix. This thing is bad card. It's not terrible. I ordered a backplate from V1 Tech, and it took so long for it to get here that I now won't be using it in my main system because this card's way bigger. I'll save it and put it in the one with the 1660. So I'm probably going to want two hands to put this in here. Alright. Ooh, we have power. And we have RGB. No video signal yet. Board light is orange. Red, orange. I don't know if you can see back there. Still orange. Red. This motherboard takes forever to recognize. There, we're white. And green. Beautiful. So that means I should be getting ROG. And I missed the setup screen. Oh well. Awesome. This board, I like this board. It's a B450F. I'm happy that it ran trying not to show my login. Alright, the NVIDIA control panel says we're up. That's awesome. Let's just start here. Pull up Notepad with our old benches. And we'll run 3D Mark right out of the gate. Yada 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 yada. Run all 3D tests. A little higher, not a lot higher. 201, 156, 176, 164. Now it definitely looks faster on the actual video. That's a big gap. About 40 FPS gap. The tell will be the 4K test. 4K test on the 1660 came in at 39.44 FPS. So I think that's the DirectX 12 test. So we're pulling 175 to 212, 146, 214. Yeah, it's all over the place. Okay, there's our first real tell. That is almost double. That is almost double. So that's more than a 20% gain. That's about a 40% gain. Now we're starting to have some fun here. Oh yeah. 15257, that is a 35% performance increase. Okay, now I'm starting to get pretty happy here. Okay, so as we look at our final numbers, not real good. The pass mark score shows exactly the difference that we would be supposed to be getting. But when we get into the stuff that I'll be using it for, it's really about the exact same as the 1660. The extra 2 gigs of VRAM will help, but I probably won't come close to using it. The main thing that I'll use it for, the Wondershare render, was a 2% increase, so it is a little bit faster, at least in that particular 1080 render. But Geekbench Blender was a little bit slower, but close enough to be within margin of error. Cinebench was a big drop, Geekbench was a big drop. So it's just one of those things that is just kind of weird. If I had bought it for gaming, you know, it'd probably be a little bit bigger of a gap or in the other direction. You know, the 1070 would definitely be blowing it away, but as such, I'm still happy with it. It kind of makes me interested to see how a 1080 would compare in real world like this, but I'm not going to drop the kind of money on anything higher than this. It's just not worth it to me. So that is all I've got for you. Keep upgrading, and you know, you live, you learn, you try some stuff. The thing that I do find interesting from this is that, at least in my experience, with the Strix 1070 OC and the 1660 XC Ultra, the 1660 is actually a really good value, at least in my use case. I know a lot of people hated the card when it came out, but I've really honestly had really good results with it, and it's held up in pretty much everything I've thrown at it. So that's all I've got for you. We'll see you next time.